Remember the good old days when every party carried a 10-foot pole? You assumed every chest was a mimic, and the finale of every campaign was an apocalyptic battle against the demon prince at the gates of the abyss? Well, those days are back. On this podcast, we don't waste your time with cookie-cutter scenarios, ho-hum campaign settings, or NPCs asking you to kill the rats in their cellar. No! Each episode is 100% old-school high adventure, with monsters spawned in a nightmare, traps straight out of Grimtooth, and chaos portals that could hurl you into 1,000 insane worlds. This is Mighty Deeds!
Hey everybody, and welcome to Mighty Deeds, a podcast of high adventure. I'm Michael, also playing Albert the Elf, and joining me around the table are...
Jason playing Nigel, the Dwarven Cleric.
Carl playing Arena, the Sentinel.
Luke playing Abramovich, the Barbarian.
And...
My name's Glenn. I'll be your judge for tonight. Last time when we left off, we can't give the recap just yet. We have to go over some rules changes. I've learned that what my party loves is to get a couple levels under their belts and be in the middle of an adventure and then have me change a bunch of rules. So
I quit.
So
Me
here
too.
come the rules changes
We're going to 5e?
from
5e?
Icemageddon. First of all, my
said
copy
5e?
of the index card RPG from Runehammer Games has arrived. We've already been using some mechanics from Runehammer, but we're going to be using some more. So one mechanic that you guys already kind of know about that we're going to be using from Runehammer is the idea of effort. This is where when you try to batter down a door or translate a language or sway a crowd, instead of it just being a pass-fail roll, sometimes there's going to be a certain number of points of effort that are kind of like hit points that you have to wear down through successful rolls. So you will roll to break down the door, and then you'll roll a d4 to see how many points of effort you took off the door.
So like every date I've ever had. Had to wear them down.
That's great. Gimbo North will want that out for sure. So,
Yes, absolutely.
So I'll let you know when there's effort involved in something, and then if you succeed, you'll roll a d4, or sometimes if you have a tool or some advantage, you can roll a d6, and then you can try to overcome that effort. Another thing from his game that we're going to be using quite a bit from now on are room DCs. So this is a streamlined way of running difficulties in a room. So when you're in an encounter, that encounter will have a DC, and it will be prominently displayed right here where everybody can see it. That DC will be the armor class of monsters, and it will also be the difficulty to do just about any action you're going to try to do. If you want to try a saving throw, if you want to try a reflex check, if you want to try to leap up on the table, I'll just tell you to roll against the room DC. That way you know what it is. Some rolls will be easy, which takes 3 points off the room DC, and some rolls will be hard. So I might say, this is the DC for this encounter, but the boss monster is hard to hit. So he has 3 points more of armor class.
Okay.
So we're going to be trying that, okay?
What do we have to roll? What's the DC on what we have to roll? And how much effort do we have to put in for you to change these rules back to where they were?
Yeah, because
What's that say?
Right.
Can I voice my opinion on this?
So we're going to try that for now, see how it goes. Second of all, third of all, fourth of all, we are going to be including from the ICRPG Hero Dice. All right, so Hero Dice are dice that you get when you do something cool role-playing wise, like kind of how you would get advantage in 5th edition, right? Inspiration, sorry, how you would get inspiration in 5th edition. When you have a cool role-playing moment or something like that, you get one of these beautiful D12s. You can only have one at a time, and you get this in front of you. You can spend your hero die by rolling it at any time to add to any roll, attack or damage, saving throw, whatever you want. And you can pass it around to somebody else. So if you have, everybody starts with one.
Okay.
So if somebody has already used their hero die and you want to give them your hero die, you can, but only one hero die can be added to any particular roll.
Okay, so
And once we use that die,
Do we
lose
have-
that die until we gain it again?
Yes, you give it to me when you spend it, and then you have to do something that makes the game more fun for everyone to get it back.
So I'm about to burn down a dungeon with flaming hands.
Right.
12 die. My,
Yeah, man. Like a D12 on a spell check could be really powerful.
It could be, or it could be 2 points.
2 points.
But it's definitely something both of our spellcasters are going to be glad they have.
Yeah.
You know, for various situations.
You're talking about you, Dave.
oh, my bad. I cast spells.
I don't know. Do you?
Yeah.
On occasion.
If Danthar allows it.
I also went and got a new role-playing game called Five Torches Deep that is sort of a hack of 5th edition, but better. And I might be importing some, like once you guys get used to this, I'll probably import some stuff from Five Torches Deep and then rip a bunch of this stuff back out. So, you know, burn them while you
We're
got
gonna
them.
jump around. I understand.
Smoke 'em while you got 'em. All right, so last time on Mighty Deeds, you four, along with Spazlatrash, along with Kegel and Meepo, were trying to get from Kobold Corners to the contested corridor part of the first level that is controlled by the orcs, because the orcs had stolen the tribe's iconic dragon.
The dragon.
This white dragon known only as a dragon. So you guys left Kobold Corners. You were completely rested. Everything was great. You guys fought some crystal worms. You guys kept going, and you encountered an orc patrol. A explosive fight. See what I did there?
That's a good word.
An explosive fight with the orc patrol followed. You killed them all except for one archer that fled back the way they had come. Irina was badly hurt, and Abramovich's beloved Zweihander was broken.
Forgot about that.
Yes.
How could you
say it into the
forget
mic?
about that?
My pain is great.
Yes,
for viewers.
yes. So now you're in this chamber. About how much disapproval does
None.
none?
Really? I don't believe you.
Legit.
Yeah. This is why it would help if you wrote down your disapproval. Should I just roll a d4 to decide how much he has? Does that sound fair to everybody?
No, I think a D20 would be more appropriate.
Why do I have to have any? Golly.
Roll
I'm
one
sure-
of the big D12s.
I mean, you tried to. I know you tried to heal Irina and failed at least once. So I know you got at least one. I think a D4. Let's do a D3. Let's go DCC on
I
this.
mean, just go D12 at this point. Let's
You're
do
at
a
3
hero die.
disapproval.
Of course.
Just do a hero die on him and see what happens.
Why even roll? You should have just
Okay.
said 3.
So now, out of this chamber, there are 2 exits. Well, there's 3. You could go back the way you came. If you want to go back to Kobold Corners and get some more purple, blue lotus, yellow lotus tinctures,
Orange.
any color lotus tincture,
Fuchsia.
and get his sword fixed, or you can go the way the orc patrol came from, which is the way the archer fled, or you can go the way they were going. So there's 3 exits out of this large carven chamber.
I'm not a tracker, but the question that I would have at this moment is, are there more tracks leading the way they were going or the way they came and exited?
Do you ask Irina to use her Witcher senses to figure that out for you?
Irina, how are you doing? I know. That was a very heroic death. But we need your help. Can you tell us which, are there more tracks going that way or this other way?
Nope.
What did you
She
get?
turned and ran to a wall again.
Nat 2.
Clearly, still broken from that explosive fight.
Yeah, her ears are still ringing, and she's got that. You know, when a flash bulb goes off in your eyes,
Yes.
and you can't see. Yeah, she's got that. So yeah. So,
Do the Kegel
but they were
or-
coming out of this way, and they were going around this way.
Do Kegel or Meepo know anything about this section, or are they...
Well,
Completely new to it.
last time you guys had already passed. Remember the furthest that they had ever been
No, I don't remember.
towards
Hence I
orc
asked.
territory.
Yes.
So
If I take one more step,
that's right. So basically, no, they know that it's this general direction.
Well, I think my vote is obvious. My DPS is about halved without my precious Zweihander, so I don't know. I think we should go back to Kobold Corners, but, you know, if the group doesn't want to mess with all that, then, you know, we can proceed. I've got backup weapons.
Yes, you have backup weapons to your backup weapons.
Actually, I had to discard most of my broadswords, so I only have the
You
mace.
have a magical mace,
I do have the magical mace, but it only does a d6, so it's not
but
great.
it does terror.
Well, yeah, but that takes my turn, so my DPS is still lacking.
Terror.
You got other excuses. I don't like the idea. Michael doesn't like the idea of retreating back to Kobold Corners to fix the sword.
My only thing would they would fortify themselves at this point.
Yeah.
If we press forward, maybe the DM will give us a nice magical greatsword in exchange for our,
Right.
you know, maybe he'll be
Yeah.
nice to us.
Maybe he will.
I don't know. Have you met this
It's something he
DM?
would do, I think. It's
Yes,
something he
for
would
sure.
do. Especially for you, he would do that. I say we push on. I say we go. Oh boy.
Is there anything on the orc patrol to suggest that they were coming from or going to it? Like, do they have like chains? Like they were going to go chain up a dragon or anything like that? Were they carrying anything that was of note?
Everybody make an intelligence check. Roll a d20 and add your intelligence modifier.
Heck yeah!
Hey,
20.
19!
Nice. All right.
21.
10.
So I'm trying. This is one of those situations where the DM is trying to figure out how to explain something to the characters
Without telling them.
without just telling them.
Without railroading us.
Right, without railroading you. So
He rolled a 21, so he wouldn't exactly be railroading us.
yeah, so you just happen to notice, you know, that they all kind of have like cloaks or something that kind of halfway covers their face, and a couple of them have helmets that almost completely obscures their faces, and they all have these hobnail boots on, Nigel, what size boot do you wear?
A 12.
Yeah, so there's like an orc with a size 12. What size do you wear?
Let's say 10 and a half.
Yeah, you notice there's an orc with a 10 and a half pair of hobnail boots.
I feel like he's trying to tell us that we should dress up like orcs.
What? Don't be stupid. But you can't tell that you don't see any chains. It just looks to you like they're just a patrol.
Okay.
They did have light sources. They had torches, but they don't. Like they didn't have. Only one of them had a bow. They're just a bunch of orcs with an orc shaman and an orc grenadier walking through the dungeon. So
Walk with my
Meepo tells
grenadiers.
you, I think they are patrol. I think they are patrol at this time.
So the question,
At this time.
would it matter? Would it matter which way we went then?
No.
I mean, if they're patrolling, then we're going to... Then
No. Probably would.
They wouldn't happen to have any bastard swords on them, would they?
Bastard sword?
Or any sword of any kind would be nice.
You're already. How many broadswords do you carry?
None. I have no broadswords.
No, we undid the whole
It's too late now,
what you call
man.
it rule.
Well, I did have 3 if you want to only have those.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, all the art shows you with a whole bunch of broadswords that you're
And a
carrying.
cleaver.
Could I have a
And a meat
pencil,
cleaver.
please, if you don't mind terribly?
Right. Okay. So we had a long pause there while we talked off mic, but I think the options are one way or the other way.
They don't know about the pause.
What?
They don't know about the
Is everyone convinced that, except for Luke? Like Carl, where does Irina want to go? She want to go back to Kobold Corners, or wants she to continue on?
No, I'm totally fine with proceeding on. I'm just saying, you know, if it was up to me.
Yeah, he just needed a better weapon.
Okay.
I got a grenade.
I mean, then again, now that I've got my broadswords back, I mean, I'm totally fine with.
There's only some way for us to sneak into where they are, because maybe fighting them is not the best option.
I don't think there is. There are no orcs here that are dwarven sized. I mean, their feet are dwarven sized, which should tell you a lot about
Dwarven
orcs.
size. Maybe we should.
Like Abramovich would have to sit on my shoulders for us to make this happen.
I think
Or maybe I could get Fluffy up here on my head with a cape over it, and we could go like that.
Or maybe we could just put on their clothes and pretend to be them. Huh?
I mean,
I'd be the shortest orc you ever
I
see.
think it's a good idea. Let's do that.
That's what you were
I mean,
saying.
if their masks and robes cover our faces, I mean, I think that's a fine strategy.
Does it cover our beards?
I mean, orcs probably have beards. I don't know.
Orcs do not have beards.
Oh, okay.
Do they have hair at all? Or are these the shaven orcs? The no hair orcs?
I think they're pretty light on body hair. Yeah, I think they're pretty light.
Very smooth skinned. I don't know if I could pass.
Some of them, I mean, some of the helmets, cover the face. So
You just tuck your beard up under the armor.
Whoa now! Whoa. We don't do that to orc and to dwarvish beards.
Well, you're gonna have to do something because otherwise you're our prisoner.
That's a
We're
great
doing
idea.
the Chewbacca move.
We go the old-fashioned, the good old.
This is
prisoner
a
and
great
toad move.
plan.
So you guys are discussing this, and you look over, and Kegel and Meepo.
Yeah.
Meepo is on Kegel's shoulders, and Meepo's wearing the helmet, and he's got the cloak, and it's cut. And they're like,
They're in on it.
they've got their arms through the arms of the cloak. They've got him pulled way up, and he's
Yeah,
like
that's
this.
the spirit,
Sleeves are like
fellas.
cut like here, just hanging down.
Yeah, no, he's got them pulled up, and they're all like bunched up, and
And
he's got
he's-
his little hands sticking out.
Edward's like, that's the spirit, fellas, and then says tribute in Draco. That outfit.
Yeah. And they're like trying to work out the whole "can we walk like this" thing.
Oh man.
Yes, I'm wearing the outfit.
So yes, I guess we all dress up like orcs.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
It's up to you. Which exit do you want to go out?
That one.
I think we should go. That's the one. That's the one that the archer went, right?
Yes.
I think we should go the other one
Okay.
All right.
and look for tracks to see what might.
Does everybody agree to this plan?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Give me some kind of marching order
I'm
here.
first, probably.
I'll pull up last.
I'll pull up middle.
I'll take first.
Don't do that. Just I'm trying to get you to talk into the mic.
Irina has better tracking, yeah. Is Irina wearing a costume?
Yes.
Is
Okay.
Abramovich wearing a costume?
Yes.
I've sent you guys a picture of what the orcs of the Stonehell Under Earth look like. They're basically. Has anybody but me and Luke played Shadow of War or Shadow of Mordor?
I have played.
Okay, yeah. So they're basically the next generation of the movie orcs.
I mean, the costumes are a little revealing for me.
In that particular picture, yeah. I mean, there are other orcs that have a little more, cloaks and stuff that you can throw over your.
I make sure to find you the one that only has the one.
Oh, you
breastplate.
found me one with a bodice. Oh, just one? Just the
Yeah.
one? Cool.
Yeah.
It's
I'm not saying you guys. I mean, I'm assuming you guys aren't going to like take off your armor. You're just like throwing an orc helm and an orc cloak over what you're already wearing, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Unless they have better armor.
They do
No,
not have better.
Of course
armor.
not.
Dream the dream.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Keep on dreaming.
Dream on.
we can't afford that.
Oh, sorry.
We blew our whole budget this week on paying off Aerosmith. Okay. So you guys start going that direction, which is now that direction, and you guys go down a couple passages, and this is obviously a reasonably well-traveled area. There's not like, rat droppings and flooded areas, everything else. This looked like a patrol route that the orcs take. And eventually you guys come out into a larger chamber. It's over here, I think. Yes. So, Nigel,
Yes.
you're interested in this space because it doesn't look like a cave carved out by volcanic action or by erosion. It looks like what you would get like when an earthquake splits rock on the surface.
Okay.
But it's like underground, right?
Okay.
So it's this very rough, uneroded, sort of broken rock that looks out of place to you underground like this. You're like, strange. So you guys go.
Strange.
What's strange, Nigel?
Well, this rock here looks broken. As if there was a fissure of land underground. If you can imagine this now, it takes a little bit. That there are these plates under the earth that hit each other and then cause earthquakes. But it didn't affect the earth up top, just in the middle.
You mean tectonic plates?
You are
read a
both
book on
witches, and I would like to burn you.
We haven't invented
He's talking about
tectonic theory yet.
plates. I read about them. Some wizard theorized on them.
Listen, I don't know about your dunce logic over there, but I am gonna go with...
Department of Understanding Nature, Creation, and everything.
Yeah. We get it.
You guys go another 10 feet and suddenly find yourself
Stone
in
Thief?
The Eyes of the Stone Thief adventure by Gareth Ryder
Hanrahan.
Hanrahan.
Ryder Hanrahan. Mr. Gareth Ryder Hanrahan. I believe it's a wonderful adventure, Mr. Hanrahan.
We haven't
you, Mr.
even,
Hanrahan.
We haven't even started yet.
This is a great adventure.
Already.
This is an
kissing up.
amazing adventure, Mr. Hanrahan.
It actually is, and he's actually a freaking genius. So you guys come around the corner and you suddenly find yourself in a completely different adventure.
Oh, it suddenly feels like
Is that
the
really
adventure
necessary to tell us?
But the dragon. The dragon.
You guys come around the corner, you're in a completely different adventure. And as you come out of this sort of valley that Jason's character was talking about, on the right, there's this arched opening that leads into what is definitely a carven room. It's about 40 by 40, and there's a weird light coming from in there, like there's water that's shining through, light that's shining through water, something like that, sort of this iridescent light. Or you can keep going the way you're going.
We go actually back the way we came, back into the last adventure.
Okay.
And then down the other hallway so we can stay in that adventure.
I agree.
We gotta rescue the dragon, man.
I agree
We got time
strongly.
for this.
All right, so you guys go the other way, and you go down that corridor. You go about 40 or 50 feet. It turns right, and it comes out into this like, sort of like a underground valley, right, with this unusual
Weird.
rock structure
Yeah.
in it. And you come out into like this, almost like an underground canyon. You can turn left or right as you come into it, as you come into the canyon. And off to the right, you see this kind of a doorway on the other side of the canyon, and there's like this greenish iridescent light kind of shining out of it that looks like it's light coming through the water.
This underground-looking valley.
Yes.
Is there anything like? Is there activity in it? Do we see things moving?
Not
about?
where you are, no. I mean, the valley goes left and right. There's the way you're coming in, and then there's a doorway. So there's basically three ways that you can go from here.
And is that doorway the one we just left out of? Possibly.
I mean,
Who knows?
Nigel, make an intelligence check with your dwarven stone cunning bonus.
I really like how you say we go through here and then we turn right, and I immediately know. Ooh, these just go to the same place. I'm sorry. I just thought I really enjoyed that.
You know, hey, I'm just.
Hey, you know what? As long as we can rescue the dragon, I'm okay. Yeah, let's turn left. Yeah. All aboard.
I'm sorry, all I could hear was the chewing, the choo-choo train going by.
You guys don't have to try to go rescue the dragon, but if you're trying to get into orc territory,
This is the route.
this is orc territory.
Let's take a
So,
left.
you know,
Take a left.
I got a whole mega
Wait,
dungeon
which
that you
way
guys
is
can
that?
Does it
Doorway.
matter which way we turn? Is it going to be the same thing?
No, it's not going to be the same thing. The doorway's off to your right.
Yeah, let's go to the left.
Okay, so you guys go left.
Is that the iridescent pool of shimmering shimmers?
No, you want to go back to it?
He's trying to bypass the iridescent pool and keep going, basically.
I push him into the pool.
Okay, then let's go to the iridescent pool then.
Okay, so you guys go back to the door.
To the
on
right, to the door.
Okay,
Sure.
all right, to the right, to the door.
Did you guys know that the U.S. railway system comprises of over 140,000 miles of track?
Too bad we're only on one.
How much is
Singular.
I don't know.
I
But
feel
it
like
also
I
has
probably
100,000 bridges.
I want you guys to
Or
know
more.
want you guys to know there are listeners to this podcast right now that would love to be invited to this game. They would love to be here every other week. I'm just saying.
Are you implying that we somehow do not?
I'm just saying.
What are you trying to
Email all requests to be in this podcast to Glenn.
Link down below.
Just like when he says Glenn, just like a huge censor thing.
Almost.
So we need to add about 1,500 feet to that mileage of.
So you guys
Right.
come
I got
into the chamber.
Yes. With
Chamber has walls of polished black marble inlaid with arcane symbols that change and move as magic ebbs and flows through the cosmos. A throne of ebony and silver stands atop a high dais. 13 steps, each one high and narrow, rise up to this imposing seat. And there are runes all over the door, all over the walls. Everybody make an intelligence check, and Michael, roll it with your elven bonus.
Elven bonus. I didn't get it.
I'm gonna go with a no.
I ran into the wall.
21.
All right. So you notice that there are symbols all over the chamber walls, right? All right.
So 21.
So you notice there's this section of wall
Yes.
where, see if I can find it. Observant characters will notice that there is a suspiciously door-shaped gap in the cavalcade of arcane symbols on the wall.
How suspicious.
So you notice there's a suspiciously door-shaped gap in the runes. You're like,
And there's a throne.
There is a big throne made of silver and
Gold.
no. I said it
and
before.
gold.
Ebony,
Silver and gold.
ebony and silver.
And this is magic coming out of that thing.
There's some magic light coming out of there.
I suck it in.
There's an illustration.
That's what I'm doing right now too. Should I let it out?
There's an illustration in the book of
Never
this very
let it out.
room.
Yep.
One character looking at
Very
the door
cool.
and another proceeding up to the throne. In the illustration, the light it seems to be coming from the throne itself.
Okay.
There are
I'm gonna go
13 stairs.
Look in the pit where the light's coming out of. See if I can.
It's like just a pool with like water in it. You can see the bottom, but you taste the water
Yeah. Scientifics for scientific.
for science.
for science.
For science.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, both Kegel and Meepo, like as you put your finger into it and bring it up to, they're both like, "Ugh," and you like taste it. It just tastes like water.
It's gone.
Then he turns into a frog.
Right.
I'm gonna go to the door.
Okay. You do what to the door?
I'm gonna go to the door.
Okay.
Do the runes say anything, or is it like magic runes?
They just flashed with magic. Yeah, they're just mad. They're just
So,
runic.
There's a meaning like this is Bob's house. All right.
No.
I want to push on the wall. Where
Okay.
the door is.
The door can be opened by touching it. So as soon as you touch it, it soundlessly slides open.
Hey guys, I found a secret door. I found a secret door.
Alright, you know that there were runes around this that made it kind of look like a door.
But you didn't see it, did you?
I mean, I did, I just didn't think it was a door.
No, you rolled junk. He was the only one who rolled good.
Say
Say what you like. He's the only one who saw.
found a secret door, secret door, secret door. I'm going in. I'm looking in. I'm looking in.
And pushing them in.
There's a hallway that goes 20 feet and turns right. You notice also that the stonework here is distinct from the rest of the dungeon. It's got like a
Runes.
well, not just runes. It's just got a different style of how you lay the stones in to like
Gotcha.
hold the walls up. And
Very
stuff.
Baroque.
Yeah.
Well, you,
As if they didn't have money.
you guys want to come in there? There's a hallway. Looks like a hallway.
Well, there's a throne in here, magic glowing well water, but you want to go down a secret passage. Let's explore here first,
Okay.
and then we'll go down your secret passage.
Explore the room.
Okay, so you guys are looking around the room. Does anybody go up the steps?
Yes.
Who does?
Me.
Okay, you'll want to move your mini. All right. you feel a kind of energy emanating from the throne.
How does the energy feel?
Roll an intelligence check.
It's a 15 on the dice.
It doesn't feel quite right. It feels like the music playing is a little bit like suspenseful and kind of horror film-ish, a little bit. It's definitely like a minor dominant kind of thing going on with the strings.
Are there runes on the throne?
No. The throne is just a
Silver and ebony to rope.
I mean, it's got decorations on it,
Yeah.
but it doesn't have any actual runes.
Right.
Wait a second, do I need to play the music? Holy!
No, it's not fight music.
No.
It's not fight music.
Not fight scene.
It's like this off kilter,
Okay.
minor diminished kind of thing that you do to let the players know that something bad is about to happen.
Does it feel like maybe
Email.
like a lawful character would feel off-put by this thing, or is it more just the people feel off-put by this?
I guess you don't know.
Okay.
Are you lawful?
Yes. I'm gonna turn.
You feel off put by it.
I'm gonna tell him, "Hey, this doesn't feel right. This throne."
Let me go check.
I wouldn't go check. Okay.
Okay, so you're making a thing with your shoulders. What does
I
that mean?
go up to the throne.
Okay, you're standing near the throne.
Do I feel anything?
Roll a intelligence check.
You better pray to Danthar. You better.
No.
You better pray to Danthar.
I rolled an 8.
You don't
plus
really-
a 1.
You don't really feel anything.
Okay, yeah, no. I don't know what you're feeling up here, Elf, but it feels good to me.
Curious to see what would happen if somebody were to sit on the throne.
I sit on the throne.
No.
You sit on the throne?
Yeah, why not?
All right, everybody roll for initiative.
Oh,
Roll for initiative. Roll for initiative. Gimbo North the Gnome here. While the lads set up for combat, here's a quick reminder. Have you ever wished you could see the maps, handouts, artwork, and epic tabletop terrain from the lads' adventures? Well, now you can. Simply follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Mighty D's Pod. Enough talk. To battle!
All right, so you go to sit down on the throne, and there's this whoosh, rushing wind and flashing lights and scary jump scare music, and this ghostly spectral elf appears, which those of us who have played Shadow of Mordor will recognize as the guy who made the ring, Celebrimbor. And he's like, kneel! And he tries to like grab your face and like suck your soul out and destroy you utterly.
Isn't he the husband of what's your name?
that's the protagonist, I think, right? I don't know.
He's the yeah.
I'm not a master of
Just a little bit. It's really
lore.
slouchy. Anyway, Luke, you get to react first.
Okay, since I don't have any ranged capabilities, I'm just going to try to get into melee range, see if I can maybe get past the cleric or just get as close as I possibly can within my turn.
I think you would get... Yeah, you can get up beside him if you want. You want to get beside him?
Sure.
Okay.
With the Mace of Terror?
Who's next?
Jason.
Jason, Nigel.
Turn it. Turn it.
Not gonna happen at all.
Can I speak Elvish to him? I mean, he's an elf, right?
He does appear to be an elvish ghost, yes.
So I'm going to try and speak Elvish to try and see if I can reason with him.
Okay. I'm glad, because the author, Gareth,
Just let him do it and see what happens.
has given us 3 paragraphs of tragic backstory on this ghost to work
Never
with.
mind.
Well, I know our listeners like to hear you monologue, so...
Yeah, we sure do.
And for our premium subscribers,
They
You
get
can hear him monologue for 2 hours straight.
24-hour monologuing.
Actually, this is all very, very interesting lore for the 13th Age, but there's no way you're going to find any of it out. In fact, I really don't think he's even going to speak to you. But what are you saying to him? I mean, give us some...
How's the Elven go again? Okay.
Like this.
Oh,
Speak
yeah.
like this.
Well, hello, king of this fine establishment. How are you? We have not come to do any harm here, but we had seen this throne and we're just looking around. Seeing that it's occupied by your spirit, is there any way that we can help you become at peace?
That's terrific. I mean, he's
Oddly
basically
enough, it's your turn.
He's basically mad with shame and grief and rage. So, as excellent as that was, and as much as I
feel
want to
like
encourage you guys to talk to
that's
monsters more,
Oh, I'm just throwing him in a pot of soup next time. That's
right?
how
I
I'm
mean,
doing
it's
it.
I mean,
like
you either try to talk him down or you throw him in a pot of soup.
Yeah,
either
right.
way,
either
you're
way,
in the wrong.
the DM's not happy.
yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll. Everybody, stop playing with your dice. It's very noisy.
Who's that?
What are we rolling? Personality?
Yeah, roll a personality check.
14 plus 3. That's a 17. Oh, wait a
Now,
second.
this is going to be a hard check for sure.
Well, I mean, it's still
That
plus 3.
still
That's
beats
17. I scored it no matter how you look at that. Oh, yeah. You should have put that out on a 15.
Okay, how does Celebrimbor sound in the
Well,
video
you would
game?
have to sound like
Oh, that's right.
because we're talking in Elvish.
So you say that you didn't mean to disturb his rest?
No, and I'm
Sorry,
helpful
wrong
to
room.
help him right any wrongs that he feels are going on right now.
Well, I'm glad you brought it up. In life, I was the son of the Elf Queen, who rebelled against my mother and tried to unite 3 strands of elven magic into one. My wizardry wielded high arcana of the high elves, of the wild forests of the wood elves, and all the refracted through the dark secrets of the dark elves.
Well, that's
Hundreds of hundreds of miles of forest were blighted by my witchcraft. Trees became obsidian statues, and the mist became poisonous gas.
But wait, there's more.
I tore the stars from the sky and tried to rewrite the workings of life. And despite all my powers, the Elf Queen still defeated her wayward son in a wizardly duel.
Well.
And then she cursed me to this awful place for my crimes against the elves. The only way that you could put my spirit to rest would be to you would have to explain my good intentions to an official member of the Directorate of
Department of Understanding Nature, Creation, and Everything?
Exactly. Like, if I could be exonerated by the Department of Understanding Nature, Creation, and Everything, perhaps my soul could rest. But otherwise, I'm going to unleash an 18d8 fireball on all of you.
I would assume it would have to be done by this Sunday.
By Sunday.
I'm going to flash my dunce bag.
It's amazing. I actually have one of those guys with us. We travel all over the place looking for ways to right the wrongs.
The next 3 wrong spirits to call in will receive absolution from Dunce.
How could this go wrong?
All right. You guys do the thing?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So you pull out your book or something and write
I do.
Yeah, give an official,
Pardon?
His soul is put to rest. Everybody gets 3 experience points.
Irina notarizes it.
I guarantee you, Gareth Ryder
Is crying.
Henry. Yeah, first of all, he's crying if he ever hears this. Second of all, he never thought of that. I guarantee you he never thought of that when he wrote this section.
You said 3.
Yes, I said 3.
Hey, we're at 90 XP. Woo!
And then as soon as he's gone, I sit in his throat. Kick my feet up.
Another ghost appears.
No!
It's his mom this time.
Once the ghost is defeated or put peacefully to rest. The throne may be examined safely. A hidden catch in the left arm opens up a concealed treasure compartment in the base of the chair. The matching catch in the right arm opens up a trapdoor at the foot of the dais. But since the throne room, blah, can't explain that. Something special. Yeah, so that doesn't... That's the... Has anybody watched Disenchantment where he has a big... hole in the floor right in front of his throne. He has a button on his throne so we can, or Jabba,
Jabba,
it's a basic, So he's got one of those, but he's also got a switch that releases this secret cache. Treasure compartment contains easily portable jewels valued at 50 gold pieces, along with a wand of imperious doom and a ring of ambition.
Ooh, what does a ring of ambition do?
And a flaming greatsword.
Nope, sorry. I don't know, Albert. Are you going to try to identify either or both of these items?
Yes. I was writing stuff down. Sorry.
I know. That's fine.
What was the first thing you said?
It's, I try to identify them first, and then you can write everything down.
Yes.
It's a Wand of Imperious Doom. Are you going to...
Yes.
Okay.
What does he need to do? Roll?
He needs to roll an intelligence check against the room DC, which is currently 13.
We got it.
Got it.
That's a 20.
It's a nat 20.
Ilthmarian Zweihander of Ice and Fire.
Let it go, man. The Wand of Imperious Doom grants a +2 to arcane spell checks.
Just period?
I know who we're giving that to.
Or like 3 a day?
Target is compelled to...
Is that a passive?
Yes. It is a... it recharges on a 5 or 6.
Okay.
Does everybody know what that means?
Okay.
So, like, if you can use it once per fight.
That's
per
pretty
fight,
strong.
Per fight. Once you've used it, every round you can roll a d6, and if you roll a 5 or a 6, it recharges. If you roll anything else, it doesn't recharge yet. But you can use it once per fight either way.
Okay.
It's pretty strong.
All right. What about your roll to identify the other one?
He got a nat 20.
That was his first one.
I rolled 4.
Okay. You don't know what the ring does.
I put it on.
Everybody on the podcast, he's trying to decide if he wants to roll his hero dice.
Do I need to determine that before or after? Like,
Before or after what?
do I say I'm going to use this before I roll, or can I roll it now?
No, you got to say if you're going to use it beforehand.
Okay. So I need to.
Oh, that's mean.
How many times can he try?
To identify it?
Yes.
Once.
Oh, okay. I'm
Ring
just
of
asking.
what?
Until he, like... you're calling it the Ring of Ambition, but you don't know what it does. And put a little note next to it that says 13th Age, so we'll remember what it's from.
Neat.
Do I put it on?
Cool. Yes.
Do you put it on?
I think the dwarf here.
Yeah, man. Sit on the throne, put
I
on the
mean, he
ring.
wouldn't have any cursed rings on him. He wasn't that kind of guy. I talked to him. He was really nice. Let me slide that on really quick and see what happens.
Explodes.
It's the One Ring, and now you're
Yeah.
controlled by the Dark Lord himself.
Well, this sounds like a fine howdy-do to you.
Hi, Sauron. Are you looking for devout followers
Wait
by
a second.
chance?
Now I'm invisible. You guys can't see me.
In order to determine what it does, because what it does in 13th Age does not translate, I'm going to let you roll on the ICRPG loot table. So give me a D100 over there.
D100. 26.
Should I go straight to the cursed loot table?
Of course.
But of course.
Why wouldn't you?
Because he's a medium.
Trap! Attack to the face! It's nice.
That doesn't seem really cursed as much.
You punch yourself in the face.
Put the ring on and then punch him in the face.
Pretty much.
Nice.
Okay, what'd you say? 26?
Yes, 26.
Ring of face punching.
Roll again.
Uh, 69.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just keep those dice out in case you have to roll again.
Yay.
Roll again.
79.
Actually,
10 better.
I'm not going to say that you have to roll again.
Okay, 69 it is.
It gives you the skill of picking locks, as long as you wear it. Or you could give it to Irina, and she would have the skill of picking locks.
Well, I don't think I will.
Whoever is attuned to it,
No. My precious. My precious. I give it to Irina.
all right. So now,
You got thieves tools, don't you?
I think so.
So yeah, now
I mean, anybody can wear it. Who wants to wear the ring of picking locks? What
No skills.
I mean, no one has any skills.
does that mean?
Playing a fighter with no skills.
Well, basically, you would use your dexterity
Oh,
to
never
pick
mind.
locks the same way a
Just
rogue
no.
would.
Yes.
Like you now have that ability to pick
Yeah.
locks.
There
So
you go,
who
Irina.
has the best dex? Okay. I mean, do you want it? You've got a look on your face like you're mad.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I don't-
And you do have thieves picks, right?
I have thieves' tools. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Well,
wasn't
there
there
we go.
jewels or something?
There was 50 gold pieces worth of jewelry. Yes.
What was it called? Ring of
Travel
Ambition?
size jewelry.
Yes.
Ring of ambitionally opening locks.
Yes.
The ring of remembrance of that one guy that we had.
All right.
What was his name? The locksmith that we had?
I don't know.
Ivanov.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ivanov.
Yes. Poor Ivanov. He was your locksmith.
If he had good dexterity, I might have leveled him up and used him as a thief.
If only.
But alas.
All right. You guys go through the secret door.
But
I meant
unfortunately.
agility. Yes.
Yep.
Is that found?
We now go through the secret door.
We're all very proud of you, Sully.
Okay. All right.
Stop. Hammer time.
Yes, I'm
Wait a minute.
excited that you guys found this. Okay.
In the
So,
name of love. In the name of love.
so you guys go down this passage. It turns right, as I said before, and you come into this next chamber, right? Mm-hmm. And
Is there a throne in here too?
no.
Oh, okay.
But what there is in here, I'm not going to, well, all right, so you guys come into this next chamber, very large, has rows of columns.
Yes.
There's a door on the far side, and there is this
Suit of armor?
beefy, no, it's like an iron statue, okay?
Is it black?
It's blackish, yes. I mean, it's not polished black like Abramovich's armor, if that's what you're asking, but it is,
Is he talking about having flesh wounds?
no.
Okay.
So it's off to one side. It does not appear to be
Animated yet?
animated yet.
But the fact that it has its own mini suggests that it will.
Indeed it does. Cool.
Well, I vote we go wrong room and leave.
I agree.
It's the only way through, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, we could do this. Abramovich likes to fight. It probably likes to fight.
That sounds like a fun time.
Maybe we can talk our way out of it.
I mean,
Let's all get into combat formation. Let's
is
see what
there a
happens.
kettle of anything burning in here that we could possibly dunk it in?
No.
Why? What?
That was in the
How about some oil? Do we have any oil?
that was in the funnel.
Oh.
I say we just keep walking and maybe Abramovich.
I have my
Walks on
sword
there.
Yeah, I'm
out.
saying like Abramovich tangles with it. We all run past it.
And then he disengages and moves
Then he
away.
disengages and moves away.
With my speed of 20?
Again, you're
Unlikely.
not talking into the mic.
With my speed of 20, I find it unlikely that we could outrun
How do
that
you have
thing.
a
Yes.
speed of 20?
Because armor and sadness.
Oh, okay. Well,
Sadness really weighs you down.
It really does.
I didn't realize. I feel like my dwarf should have speed 10 right now.
Well, that's
If you didn't already have a hero die, you'd get a hero die for that one.
That was
So one of the things that they find in 5th edition is like people don't want to spend their hero dice, right? Even though like you can give them out like candy, you can give them out every round, and people are still like saving them for later. And it's like,
Yeah.
dude, use your hero dice.
It's like him
anyway.
with his luck points.
Yes, it's like him with his luck points, except more so because you can just give them out for anything. Okay, so you guys just try to walk past, and if it animates, Abramovich is going to try to hold it off.
yes.
Sure.
It does not animate.
Oh.
So there's this whole suspenseful music thing where you guys get up to this pillar, and Abramovich kind of steps out, and the rest of you guys are walking past.
Well, in that case, I'm going to check it out.
Go for it.
Arena
let's do
goes, girl, bye, and then keeps walking. I'm not waiting for that.
Are you serious?
Well, yeah, man, it's a suit of armor.
It's definitely not a suit of armor. It is definitely an iron statue.
Oh, I thought you said it was a. Okay, never mind. I'm getting out of
Jason
here.
said it's a suit of armor. I said it's a big iron statue.
Okay, no, I'm not checking that out. I'm getting out of here.
Colored.
No, I thought it was a suit of armor.
All right, so
No.
you walk past. Everybody walks past. It never moves,
Okay, cool.
but it looks menacing.
Cool.
Does its eyes follow us the entire way? Like in
The
It's
camera,
red pinpoint eyes.
the
you
camera
know?
keeps cutting back to its face as if it's watching you, like in The Mandalorian.
Right.
Like its eyes don't actually move, but you sense that it's watching you.
I
Cool.
haven't seen that show.
You sense hardcore that it's watching you. All right, so you guys go through the next door.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another
And it comes up to us.
30-foot hallway, and then you guys come into this next room. This curiously shaped room has 10 sides of equal size.
Okay.
The door you came in on is on one wall. The other 9.
Does that be a tentagram?
Pentagram, I think? Or is pentagram
One wall.
5? Yeah, I thought so.
It's a deca. Something,
Yeah, there you
right?
go.
Just a
Decagram.
decagram. One wall is marred by blood flecks. Another is damp, like visibly damp, and there are a few dead barnacles. Another wall is broken and scarred, and moss grows profusely in the cracks. The only other notable feature is oh Lord. The only other notable feature is a map engraved on the floor. It's a map of the dungeon.
Convenient.
Okay, so what this is the side view cutaway of the dungeon that shows all 20 levels
Oh, 20 levels?
from the side. Let's pause and see if Michael Curtis gave us one of those. So basically, it's the cutaway view of all of Stonehell Dungeon. You see all the levels, how far apart they are in relation to each other, stairs and stuff going down, up, pits, everything else. I don't think the levels would be labeled,
Right.
but it kind of gives you an idea of how deep this dungeon goes.
Okay.
There is no little sign that says you are here on the first level.
Right.
But it's not like isometric. It's literally like a cutaway view.
Control C, Control V.
Is there anything to suggest? Maybe not labels, but like like a picture of a dragon or a picture of orcs or something.
No. But you definitely would learn from this that levels, I think 5 through 10, there's like an upside down cone of open space. Like there's this enormous open space that intersects with several levels, right? That goes down, and at the bottom it's like this enormous cavern that you could have like a whole city in.
How large is this map?
I mean, it covers the floor.
The whole floor?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's
Yeah.
blood flecks on the walls.
One wall has blood flecks. One wall is damp to the touch. One has dead barnacles. Okay, so here's
So,
what
are they each thematic in that kind of way, or is it just the few?
I think it would be them all.
So
right?
they each have their own kind of weird thing.
Okay,
Maybe
so,
that's the theme of the levels. I don't know.
But there's 20 levels.
The theme in this floor is bad time, because you're going to have a bad time.
so there is a. Oh, okay. So yeah, so this 10-side room, I messed up. On the hallway down here, there was a side passage that you could have gone down.
Okay.
So you guys, basically, before you got to this room, there would have been a side passage.
Right.
So you guys explore this room a little bit. I mean, other than looking at the different walls, there's really not much you can do here.
Right.
Your torches are just burning out. You start to leave?
Yes.
Go ahead, Jason.
I was
You
gonna
die.
say we make note of whatever
Oh yeah. Albert's making notes of the map to the quarter inch.
I immediately start scrolling.
Right. And Ori's going to want to have like everything
Detail
described
of it,
to
yeah.
him. Yeah.
Just lay out a
Minute
piece
detail.
of paper,
As you guys start to go back down the stairs
Oh, Lord.
out of this room, you guys hear voices from the room behind you. And as you turn,
This room?
this room,
Yeah.
there's stairs right here.
Okay.
You're coming down those stairs. You just left this room with 10 walls. You start to hear voices. And you guys kind of look back in. And now, who's peeking in?
I am.
Who's your stealth expert?
Not me.
Well, we were leaving,
I
so
was-
I would be the one.
It should be
last.
me.
Okay.
I'm
So go ahead and roll us a stealth check.
11.
11.
Unless there's something else you add. 9, 10, 11. Or so that's 6?
That's 6.
6, 7, 8.
But
I mean, the Sentinel has a stealth. What is it? Vow of Obscura or whatever. You have like a stealth ability.
I have a Vow of Obscura, but I don't know what that adds to.
Okay, hold on.
It's 13.
13. Do you want to use your hero dice, or are you good with 13?
I'm fine with 13.
You're fine with 13?
If we doubt it's easy, you might want to go with 3 more.
I mean, he's been telling us that we need to use them, you know?
Luke?
I can use it.
Okay.
All right, so you sneak back up.
24, by the way, now.
And now,
Gotta give it to him.
on each of the... Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yep,
take
you're out of a die.
Yeah, turn it in.
On each wall is a face. Okay? And the faces are talking to one another. Don't play out the whole scene of the stone faces talk to one another. Just summarize the arguments and give the players the relevant facts and a few evocative lines. First of all, they are talking about 2 important groups of intruders into the dungeon that are both, one's on the first level and one is on the second level. They've been causing lots of trouble. We have to make sure that they don't get further into the dungeon. But they're playing the pronoun game with you. They mentioned that he has taken an interest in them. He's fixated on them. One of his little obsessions. The intruders must be stopped. So one of them, remember I said one of the faces had blood on it and stuff?
Walls?
Yes.
One of the walls had blood flecks. That one, which they refer to as the Butcher, says, "I'll take responsibility for stopping them." And everybody harumphs in agreement.
Okay.
I
Cool.
didn't get a harump from you.
At some
I
point
wonder
soon,
who the other adventuring party is. I
There's-
guess we'll never know.
there's rumors that someone is after the eyes. Our position relies on him remaining blind. The eyes must not be found. The prince has one of the eyes, but who has the other? The architect complains about the vizier's foul pets. I bemoan the day we ever let Fangrot establish a foothold in the dungeon. Ooh, but the vizier counters. My orcs keep the cult in check. Without the orc, the secret masters would have become too powerful for us to deal with. We've only exchanged one peril for another. I assure you I have everything in hand. You don't even have hands. None of us do. You're thinking like flesh people now. The other faces withdraw, leaving only the curator and the architect. The curator assures his fellow custodian that they will know when the time comes.
This is so vague and meaningless.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes, what's your question?
The guy said something about orcs.
He did.
He has orcs. We are dressed up as, I assume, his orcs.
You are dressed up as orcs.
Yes. Would he have? I mean, I guess he didn't care that he saw us, or does he see through?
He didn't see you. I mean, Irina's hiding in the doorway, and the rest of you guys
Well,
are
I
on the
assume he
steps.
might have saw us when we originally came in there to begin with. Okay. We don't
Apparently not. I mean, yeah.
I don't know.
right.
I feel like almost like I should go out there and pretend to
So
work.
all the faces, except for 2, Carl, like retreat into the wall, and then these 2 faces keep talking for a minute, and then they like retreat into the wall, and all the walls are back to normal.
Whack.
What do you do?
I relay everything to the group.
Okay.
Talking walls. You've been drinking the Lotus tincture too much.
I wish I'd have more health.
But clearly you need it.
Actually, it actually kind of makes sense because we ran into those gargoyles that were resetting everything. So maybe they work for whatever these spirits or faces.
So wait a
were.
second. You think that there are talking walls that fade away and come in as they please?
Maybe they just project as walls in this realm.
Sounds like some
Don't bash him.
hogwash.
That is not the problem.
That is not a Abramovich.
Don't bash him for drinking too many lotus tinctures. It's not like we have an alternative source of healing.
You gotta say your name first. You got to say your name first.
No, I think you got a solid burn on you.
They got really shady.
No, I'm
really
saying if
quick.
he says his name, then he can get the accent, and then he can say it again.
Abramovich.
Oh, yeah, he has to talk about himself in the third person. Abramovich feels like you're a rotten healer.
Abramovich does think
If you
are
want
a
to count
rotten
on me for your healing, go ahead, but Danthar might have some other thoughts.
All right. Well, I think it makes sense. It's like they're not real walls. They're like projections. They're like spirits. They're like how can I make you understand? You understand the word spirit, right? Like we just talked a ghost from killing us. So
Well, I did, yes.
well, yes, but the spirits that control this dungeon are the ones they're portraying as walls, talking walls.
Abramovich and his cohorts live in a world
Listen,
of fantasy magic.
listen.
Why is this so hard to
I
understand?
can read. I have a lot of books that I read. Okay, I'm just saying it makes sense.
Don't your people literally come from dirt, and you have wall people are the problem?
Well, yeah,
That's
but
where
you
you
see
draw-
us moving around.
that's
don't
where you draw the line.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
their
where I draw the
faces
line.
were
We don't
moving.
have talking walls where we come from.
No, just talking rocks that turn into people.
I don't know actually because I was born in Swiss
that's
Haven
right.
with
You
a
were
bunch of humans.
already born
yeah.
rock person. Now you can't
Well, let's
believe
go
other
back
rock people
So
exist.
that offshoot.
Again, raised with humans. But go ahead and keep on trying to stereotype and play down my race.
Listen, it's not
Listen
a stereotype.
here.
Your
You're
people
damn
literally
human.
come from rocks. It's literal. It's literal. It's not metaphorical. Your people don't metaphorically come from the earth. They literally come from the earth.
Well, that's just a stereotype. Because I grew up with you. I knew your mother. I knew your grandmother. In fact, I'm older than both of them, and I know you're talking crap now.
Did Danthar never
I grew
give
up
you the
before
talk?
you were there, and I grew up while you were there.
All right.
No!
So you guys come back into this room?
Yes.
Okay, you're back in this room. You go through?
Yep.
Why?
He ignores you again.
Okay.
I push Abramovich at him.
I mean, did you want to do something back in the faces room?
Weren't we going downstairs or something?
Well, there were stairs, yeah, that come back here.
Oh.
So you were
I
in the
didn't know
faces
that was
room,
dead
there
end.
was nothing to see. You left the faces room, and as you were leaving, you heard these voices
Okay.
and you snuck back and listened. So now you guys come back into this room?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you bypass the
Yes.
fighter the same way? Okay.
Let's go down that side passage you mentioned that you forgot the first time.
Yes.
Okay, you go down the side passage.
That you forgot.
I wasn't
Before
trying to
we-
bash
before
him or
we go to the
anything. I was
side
just saying.
passage, which I'm in agreement with. I don't think this place is the place we need to be
Why do you say that?
because I don't see any orcs,
That is a fair statement.
and we're looking for the dragon with the orcs.
And you know Kegel
Not to
and Meatball are being
metagame,
kind
but
of
I feel like
on
that
each other.
Also,
is
yeah,
not going to be relevant for a while.
Kegel and Meepo
Because we're
haven't
going
said
into a
anything
different
for a
adventure.
while.
They're just following you guys.
We're not.
They're not
we're
familiar
not
with any
into
of
a
this?
different adventure.
No,
we are
no.
into a different place to continue said adventure.
Right. Well,
Because
you know what this whole area
because
needs-
Glenn wouldn't do that to us.
You know what this whole area needs to look
Never.
like is those in Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor. Remember those elven caves you find where like you can get some achievements to level up? You guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what this whole area looks like. It's suffused with that elven light. You guys go down the side passage. You come to
Okay, let's go down the side
area
passage then.
1D. This little dungeon within a dungeon looks like a dwarven prison. So the ceilings are uncomfortably low for everybody except the kobolds and Nigel.
I take notes.
There are, so it's just a typical
First Snorri.
hallway that we do with, prison cells on each side, right? The barred doors. There are 3 prisoners here.
Living?
3 living prisoners in these cells. There's more cells than that, but there's only 3 prisoners.
Okay. They are.
The first one, you look in there, and there's like a little halfling woman. Yes, there's a little halfling woman in there.
Wink.
Okay. And she's just wearing like these brown robes. Looks like she's just a turnip farmer or something. And when the light from your torches shines into this cell, right? She's kind of like against the back of the cell, kind of with her back to you, just kind of laying on the ground. She's got like this little sleeping bag kind of thing in there. And then like she turns and looks at you and she's all like grubby and scary looking. And she runs up to the bars and grabs the bars.
I kick her in the face.
Okay. Roll an attack.
Why?
Can I at least explain what happens first?
She scared me.
Okay, can I at least explain what happens first?
I mean, by all means.
Okay. Right before Irina kicks her in the face, she looks right into your eyes, and her eyes are glowing with that whitish blue Ogdru energy. And she's like, they call. And then like from off camera, this boot swings out.
I rolled a 11.
That's a hit. No armor on that.
Wait. I don't know.
You can't do that now.
Whoa.
It's different for every room.
Oh, 12. It's a 12, yeah.
It's different for every room. So
I assume it's easy. She ain't going nowhere. I know where she's at.
okay, all right. So you kick her in the face and roll your damage.
D4?
Well, it's...
Yeah, roll a d4 and add your strength bonus.
4.
Nice. Okay, so you break her nose and knock a couple of her teeth down her throat, and she goes flying back into the cage.
Well, so much for helping her out.
I mean, she's trying to get up. What do the rest of you guys do?
Spooked me. I'm sorry.
You're not allowed to look in cages anymore.
That was peculiar. What was that all about?
Well, if I had to guess, she's possessed. Gone mad, if you will.
Which one? She just kicked that woman in the face for no reason.
There is that,
Nice.
but I can see where she got spooked. Little people give me the creeps too.
So
As a little person.
she's gotten back to her feet now, and she's kind of trying to rub the blood from her nose.
Does she still have the blue?
Oh yeah.
Eyes?
She's still looking at you, and like you feel yourself being drawn to the depths.
No, I don't. But
By
I
her.
tell her to come here. I say, come here, little one.
Will you keep her back?
She won't kick you in the face again.
I flip a gold coin at her.
She doesn't even catch it. She lets it fall by her feet.
And I say, that's all you're going to get.
Wow.
She says to you,
We must go into the depths. The depths call.
and she's like trying to look all serious at you, but every once in a while, out of the corner of her eye, she's checking on Irina, and she like moves up towards the bars, and she's trying to reach out towards you. What do you do?
No touchies, no touchies.
No touchy.
Irina, like, jumps at her.
She jumps back.
Yeah,
2 for flinching.
no touchies.
Don't touch my friends.
Punches her again. Ow!
We're probably worse than
More
this woman.
helpfully, she promises to reveal secrets about the cult and what she's heard about the lower levels.
What cult?
If the player characters will release her. The cult of the Devourer. He who comes. He who is on the horizon.
Yeah, we're looking
The
more.
one
for
who
orcs.
writhes in darkness. You have been touched by him. You will be his, even as I am his. Release me, and I will show you the way to the hidden temple of the Devourer. Ogdru! Ogdru! Ogdru!
Yeah,
You
sure.
get me a little root beer there? Thank you.
Danthor! We can all scream gods. I plan on killing yours and taking over.
Well, that's very special. Thank you. What was your name, Miss? Miss Ogdru?
Urun. O-R-O-O-N. Urun. Or Orun? Orun.
More like Alrune, since I kicked her in the face. Give me my
Yes.
hero
Oh,
dice
there you
back.
go. Yeah, there you go. You get a hero dice for that.
Can I perform an exorcism on her?
I don't know. Can you?
Yes.
You have the exorcism spell?
I do. It's called Pray to My God and hope it works.
Oh, divine intervention.
Yeah! You've heard of this one too.
He's going to drop the... Wow.
I don't even know what you would have that under. I don't even think that is.
I mean, a spell called exorcism. I don't
I
know.
don't think there is such a spell.
Yeah, so that's the problem. Maybe if you took her to the Temple of Danthar or a halfling temple and they prayed over her for 3 months, they could, restore her sanity.
I feel like I could lay on hands.
To heal her busted nose?
Heal her busted mind.
It's funny to me because in 5e, a commoner has like 1d4 plus 1 hit point, so that's just could have killed her,
Yeah. No, I agree with that statement. He could have.
Well, in DCC, a 0 level has 1d4, usually minus 1 hit points. So, divine aid. As a devout worshiper, a cleric is entitled to beseech his deity for divine aid. Beneficent followers are already rewarded with spells and the ability to turn the undead, so it must be recognized that requesting direct intervention is an extraordinary act. To request aid, the cleric must make a spell check with the same modifier that would apply were he casting a spell, which is what a spell check is. This extraordinary act imparts a cumulative plus 10 penalty to future disapproval range. Based on the result of the spell check, the judge will describe the results. Simple results, like lighting a candle, are DC 10. Extraordinary requests, summon and control a living column of flame, are DC 18 or higher. No, I can set it to whatever I want.
What? You have room DC and we're not even using it anymore? This is garbage.
No, you're absolutely right. Suddenly you guys feel a sense of dread pass over you.
BS.
Okay.
All right. So you're gonna try to beseech Danthar to basically break the Ogdru's hold over her.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but you understand this will add 10 to your disapproval.
It will immediately add
Range.
10
Right?
Yes. That's what it says right here.
to ask this.
But I thought it was a... Okay, what do I know?
If he fails.
The extraordinary act imparts a cumulative plus 10 penalty to future disapproval range.
So wouldn't that be... He
The
only...
next time you fail.
No, like your range is right. Like when your range is 1, you only get disapproval if you roll a 1.
Yeah.
When your range is up to 4, you get disapproval if you roll a 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Yeah.
If we add 10 to it, basically anything you try to do for the rest of the day,
You're not going to get...
you're going to get disapproved by.
Unless
Well, I mean,
only
he already
13.
does.
Say what?
It's only 13.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, you guys,
What's the hurt?
What is the hurt?
his mercies are new every morning.
It's true.
That's true. So, I mean, I'd lose it as soon as we just sleep here in this dungeon.
Very safe. If only we had rope
Right.
trick.
Everybody watch Jason's hands very closely. Important roll coming up.
You gonna do luck too?
Well, maybe. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Why is everyone gathering around looking at me? That's a 12 on the die.
You spending your hero die?
Well, of course.
Come on.
That's a 1 on the hero die.
Can I?
That's sad.
No, only 1 hero die per roll, remember?
No, I don't remember that.
It's on the recording. So what was your total?
Let's see. I'm level 2 plus the 3. That's a 5. So 13. That's 18. Correct?
That's 18?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you unlock the door? I mean, do you unlock the door and go in there? Or are you going to try to heal her through the bars?
I'm gonna try and heal her through the
You're
bars.
going to exercise her through the bars?
She seems a little grabby.
Hands on.
Little handsy.
A little handsy.
Little handsy.
Yeah. All right. So give us just a sample of the exorcism ritual of Danthar.
Of course, it's got to be
Punches
spoken
her in the
In Dwarvish. Yeah, in Dwarvish,
In
naturally.
Get to the chopper! I gotta get myself ready. Danthar, I beseech you to break the control that this Ogdru has on this young halfling. She is not of stone, as Irina has pointed out lately, but she is a living thing, and she needs your guidance to help her pull back in so that she can become and help. I don't even know where I'm going anymore with this, but she can come into you, Danthar. You have a halfling as one of your servants.
Okay, so all this gravel.
Did you just say my name?
starts
No!
starts like floating up off of the ground in there, and you guys feel the rumble of an earthquake, right? And just the presence of the Lord of Stone, and all the stone looks a little bit darker, and her head spins around 180 degrees, and she's throwing up pea soup, and her eyes roll back in her head. What else happens?
She hasn't eaten pea soup in months.
Oh yeah. But from the elemental plane of pea soup, a bunch of pea soup comes flying out. She goes floating up in the air, and she's like she's having a seizure. Her whole looks like all of her bones are breaking, and then boom, the earthquake ends with a titanic thump, and she falls to the paves, and she looks up, and she's like, "Where am I? How did I get here? This is my real voice. That other voice wasn't even my voice."
I gave her a wink and a nod.
Why does my face hurt?
Yeah, right.
What is this? Why do I feel like I've been kicked in the face by a hobnailed boot?
Why is my nose halfway across my face?
All right, so you guys let her out.
Yes.
You get her whole backstory. Basically, the cult of the Devourer came to her town, and the last thing she remembers is this dwarven priest of the Ogdru who had like this blue crystal ball thing. And like she looked in his eyes and he looked in her eyes, and he like basically convinced her that Scientology is real, and she like her eyes started to glow.
Such power.
Mighty Deeds is a production of the Murfreesboro Murder Hobo Old School Gaming Association. We're playing dungeon crawl classics from Goodman Games, set in Fritz Leiber's World of Nawa. Original music is provided by yours truly and by Joey Hodge. You can check out more of his music at joeyhodge.com. Thanks for listening, and join us next time for more Mighty Deeds.